Imagine this. You take a small bite of chocolate, unhurried, letting it rest for a moment before it slowly melts on your tongue. The sensation is rich and familiar, deeply comforting. As you sit there, your mind may drift to a scene from a classic romantic film of the 1970 seconds, something like Love Story. Soft lighting, quiet emotion, a world where time seems to slow just enough for feelings to breathe. Chocolate has long carried that same atmosphere, intimate and indulgent. But here is what most people never stop to consider. That simple piece of chocolate is far more complex than it appears. Today, we will explore 10 surprising truths about chocolate that most people never notice. And at the very end, I will share a few simple, practical tips that can make the chocolate you already enjoy taste noticeably better. Let's get into it right here on Secrets of Simple Things. Du has shown, most of what you taste in chocolate comes from your nose. When we talk about how chocolate tastes, we usually think of the tongue, sweetness, bitterness, maybe a hint of richness. But in reality, much of what you experience as flavor never comes from your mouth at all. It comes from your nose. Chocolate contains hundreds of aromatic compounds. As it slowly melts, these aromas travel upward from your mouth into your nasal passages, where the brain begins to assemble the full flavor experience. This is why chocolate eaten slowly feels deeper and more complex than chocolate eaten in a rush. You may have noticed this without realizing it. When you have a cold or a stuffy nose, chocolate suddenly tastes flat, almost disappointing. The sweetness is still there, but the character is gone. Chocolate was never meant to be rushed. It was designed, by chemistry and by habit, to be experienced slowly. Hash 2. Chocolate is built from surprisingly strange smells. The next truth becomes even more surprising. Many of the individual smells that make up chocolate are not especially pleasant on their own. If you could isolate them one by one, some would remind you of cooked vegetables, others of roasted nuts, earthy soil, or even faintly meaty notes. None of these sound like dessert. Yet the brain does not experience aromas in isolation. It experiences them as a whole. When dozens of these scent molecules arrive together, balanced in the right proportions, the mind blends them into something recognizable, warm, and comforting. That unified impression is what we call chocolate. This is why two chocolates with similar ingredients can smell and taste entirely different. Chocolate flavor is not about one dominant note. It is about harmony. And harmony, once disrupted, is immediately noticeable, even if we cannot explain why. Hash 3. The way chocolate melts shapes how we judge its quality. Flavor is only part of how we judge chocolate. Just as important is how it melts in your mouth. Chocolate that melts slowly and smoothly is almost always perceived as higher quality, even before you think about taste. What most people don't realize is that this sensation has very little to do with ingredients, and much more to do with structure. Two chocolates can look identical on the label, yet feel completely different the moment they melt. If you want to understand why that happens, I've linked a separate video at the top of the comments that breaks it down in detail. Hash 4. Your brain tastes chocolate before your mouth does. Long before chocolate ever touches your tongue, your brain has already begun forming an opinion about it. This happens quietly and almost instantly, based on what your eyes take in. The shape of the wrapper, the texture of the paper, the colors, and even the weight of the packaging all send subtle signals about what you are about to experience. Studies have shown that people consistently rate chocolate as higher quality when it comes in elegant or premium-looking packaging, even when the chocolate itself is exactly the same. Visual cues prepare the brain to expect richness and care, and those expectations gently guide perception. This does not mean people are easily fooled. It means the brain is practical. It relies on past experience to make quick judgments, helping us decide what feels worth our attention before we ever take a bite. Hash 5. Chocolate without context is often judged more harshly. When chocolate is taken out of its wrapper, something interesting happens. Even if the chocolate itself has not changed, many people immediately judge it more strictly. Without a brand or packaging, the brain becomes less relaxed and more cautious. Instead of focusing on enjoyment, the mind starts quietly asking simple questions. Is this fresh? Is it clean? Is it worth it? Those questions alone can make chocolate feel less enjoyable. This is why blind tastings often surprise people. When the familiar story is gone, attention returns to the senses, and many discover that what they thought they liked or disliked was shaped not only by taste, but by everything around it. Quick little quiz before we move on. Same hot chocolate, same recipe, same temperature, only one thing changes, and most people swear it tastes better. A. The color of the cup. B. The shape of the cup. C. The weight of the cup. Put A, B, or C in the comments. Hash 6. The color of the cup can change how chocolate tastes. In controlled experiments, people were served the exact same hot chocolate, prepared from the same batch, at the same temperature. The only thing that changed was the color of the cup. Yet time and again, participants reported that the chocolate tasted richer and more enjoyable when it was served in warm-colored cups, especially shades of orange or cream. Warm colors are associated in the brain with sweetness, comfort, and warmth. Those associations quietly adjust perception before the first sip ever reaches the tongue. This phenomenon reminds us of something important. Flavor is not only chemistry, it is also interpretation. Sometimes, improving how chocolate tastes has less to do with altering ingredients and more to do with gently shaping the experience around it. Be honest, did you pick the right answer? And what was your guess? Hash 7. Chocolate used to be closer to medicine than dessert. Once you see how easily the mind can reshape flavor, it becomes easier to understand why chocolate has worn so many different identities across history. For a long time, chocolate was not treated as a casual sweet at all. In many places, it entered people's lives as a drink associated with strength, restoration, and tonic benefits, something closer to medicine than dessert. Early chocolate preparations were often bitter and intense, and sugar was not added for pleasure so much as for practicality, to make the drink easier to consume. Physicians and apothecaries used chocolate in mixtures meant to support people who were tired, undernourished, or recovering from illness, and over time the line between remedy and indulgence became blurred. Hash height. What feels modern about chocolate is often much older than we think. When people talk about modern chocolate trends, they often imagine something new, something invented recently to match changing tastes. Cold chocolate drinks, frozen desserts, or creative ways of serving chocolate can feel like products of the present, but many of these ideas reach much further back than we assume. Long before refrigeration or coffeehouse menus, people were already experimenting with temperature and texture. Historical records show that chocolate was once mixed with snow or ice, carefully balanced with other ingredients to create a refreshing contrast rather than a warm indulgence. What feels innovative today was, in many cases, an early attempt to explore chocolate's flexibility. Chocolate has always adapted to the tools and habits of the time. The ingredient itself stayed the same. In that sense, chocolate trends are less about invention and more about rediscovery. Hash 9. Chocolate once taught scientists an important lesson about data. A study once made headlines by pointing out something unusual. Countries that ate more chocolate also seemed to produce more Nobel Prize winners. It sounded tempting, as if chocolate and intelligence were somehow connected. But that was never the real message. The study wasn't saying chocolate makes people smarter. It was showing something simpler. Two things can appear together without one causing the other. Chocolate happened to sit alongside education, wealth, and research investment. It wasn't the reason. It was just part of the same environment. This matters because chocolate is often linked to bold health claims. The real lesson here is a quiet one. Enjoy chocolate, but be careful about the stories we build around numbers. #0. The real concerns about chocolate begin long before it reaches you. When concerns about chocolate arise, many people assume the issue lies in the factory or the recipe. In reality, it usually begins much earlier, at the very first step of the process, in the cacao fields themselves. Cacao is grown almost entirely by hand, often in regions where farming families depend on unstable markets and seasonal income. The price paid for cacao beans quietly shapes daily life, influencing working conditions, education opportunities, and long-term security for those families. These pressures are invisible once chocolate reaches the shelf, but they remain part of its story. This is why two chocolate bars that taste nearly identical can represent very different systems behind the scenes. Understanding this does not demand guilt or activism. It simply adds perspective. Chocolate is not only something we enjoy in the moment, it is also the outcome of choices made far beyond our sight. Number bonus. 3 simple ways to enjoy chocolate more. Before we finish, let's return to something practical. You don't need better chocolate to enjoy it more. You only need to use it with a bit more intention. First, choose chocolate based on how you plan to use it. Chocolate meant for eating is not always ideal for baking or drinking. A bar that tastes sharp on its own can become balanced and enjoyable once melted. Cocoa percentage alone does not tell the full story. Second, store chocolate with care. Heat, moisture, and strong smells all work against it. Keep chocolate in a cool, dry place, away from spices or coffee. If you refrigerate it, wrap it tightly to protect it from moisture and odors. Finally, slow down. Let chocolate melt instead of chewing quickly, and give aroma time to rise. A very small pinch of salt can help lift flavor and soften sweetness. Often, the biggest improvement comes not from spending more, but from paying closer attention. Chocolate seems simple, but it never truly is. Behind each piece are layers of sensation, memory, and human choice, quietly shaping the way we experience something so familiar. The next time you eat chocolate, slow down and notice what's really there. If this changed the way you think about chocolate, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy looking deeper into everyday things, consider subscribing for more stories like this. Our team uses publicly available online sources and AI-assisted research tools to create this video. We strive for accuracy, but errors or omissions may still occur, so please view this content for entertainment purposes only and use your own judgment when considering any information presented. Nothing here is intended as professional, legal, medical, financial, or safety advice, nor as encouragement for risky or illegal actions. We do not promote hate, harassment, violence, or misleading information, and we work to comply with YouTube's community guidelines, terms of service, copyright and fair use rules, and all applicable laws. If you believe any part of this video infringes your rights or violates YouTube policy, please contact us.